Bruce Lee was more than just a martial artist. He was a warrior, a man whose speed, power, and intelligence made him unstoppable. But there was one fight, one intense, brutal battle that proved his raw strength to the world. A fight that pushed Bruce Lee to his limits. A fight set deep in the jungle, where survival meant defeating an opponent who wouldn't stop. Today we're breaking down Bruce Lee's legendary jungle fight, the battle that proved he was truly one of a kind. The story behind Bruce Lee's jungle fight. This wasn't just any fight. It was one of the most intense battles Bruce Lee ever filmed, the final showdown in Enter the Dragon. The setting? A remote island surrounded by dense jungle. The stakes? Bruce Lee versus an army of elite fighters. The enemy? Han, the ruthless martial arts master with deadly weapons. Bruce wasn't just fighting for victory, he was fighting to survive. The battle begins. Bruce Lee versus the Jungle Warriors. Before reaching the final boss fight, Bruce had to take on dozens of opponents in the jungle. He moved like a ghost, dodging attacks before his enemies could react. He used Jeet Kune's intercepting fist, striking faster than his opponents could see. His sidekicks launched men off their feet, proving that his strength wasn't just his speed, it was raw power. By the time Bruce Lee made it to Han's lair, he was injured, exhausted, but still unstoppable. Bruce Lee versus Han, the final battle. Han wasn't just another fighter. He was a master of deception, using trickery and psychological warfare. He had a clawed metal hand, turning his fists into deadly weapons. He lured Bruce into a hall of mirrors, making it impossible to tell where the real attacks were coming from. This fight wasn't about brute strength. It was about strategy, patience, and the ability to adapt. Bruce stayed calm, using his mind just as much as his fists. He smashed through the illusions, destroying Han's advantage. And in the end, Bruce Lee landed the final fight-ending strike, proving once and for all that he was stronger than any opponent. The legacy. What this fight proved about Bruce Lee. This wasn't just a fight scene. It was a demonstration of Bruce Lee's real-life skills. His power. He took down multiple enemies with pure striking force. His speed. His movements were so fast that the camera had to slow them down. His intelligence. He didn't just fight. He outthought his enemy. And that's why Bruce Lee wasn't just a great fighter. He was the future of martial arts. Final thoughts. Could anyone have stopped Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee's jungle fight wasn't just another battle. It was a moment that showed the world his true strength, skill, and mastery. He was faster than his enemies. He was stronger than they expected. And he was smarter than anyone who faced him. So now the question is, if Bruce Lee had fought in real-life jungle combat, would anyone have been able to stop him? Let us know in the comments. And if you love martial arts history, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because Bruce Lee's battles, they'll never be forgotten. Be like water, my friend.